Hello, Maryland. I'm Summer Spring, a mother, engineer, business owner, and candidate for Congress in the 8th District. When I was 15, I got a full ride to study engineering at the University of Pennsylvania. And now, I run a management consulting business called Zycon and help organizations with business process automation, cybersecurity, and risk analysis. My passions are rewarding hard work and fair representation of constituents by those they elect. As a centrist Democrat, I've been alarmed by attempts to redefine our party by fringe elements. It's hard to describe what Democrats stand for anymore. Our posturing on guns makes it sound like we want to ban people from owning guns if they're on secret government no-fly lists. Secret lists. The same list created without due process that Democrats vehemently opposed when the Bush administration created them. Apparently, we're also against civilian gun ownership, especially if there's any mental health issue. But doctors agree that someone with mental health issues is far more likely to be a victim of violence than a perpetrator of it. But because of our rhetoric, people with mental health issues won't seek critical help because they're afraid of stigma and being blacklisted. On issues ranging from immigration to welfare reform, Democrats have gone from the party of sensible solution to echoers of left partisan rhetoric. It's no coincidence that an increasing number of Americans, including Democrats, don't trust Democrats. My focus, if elected, will be to unapologetically advocate for and serve all 8th District residents, regardless of party, because these issues affect us all. Issues like immigration, environment destruction, insurance costs, big money influencing politics, lack of public school funding, gentrification, and family homelessness. On immigration reform, while I disagree with the current administration's views and efforts, we need to urgently propose a solution that can pass Congress, like green cards for vetted dreamers. Their parents will need to wait until their dreamers are citizens before applying for permanent legal status, but they'll be protected from deportation until then. We will keep families together. Reform H-1B visas that are for highly skilled work. The minimum salary to hire someone on an H-1B is $60,000 a year. That might have made sense in 1990, but not now. I'd call for an increase in the visa's base salary to $100,000 a year to ensure that those visas aren't abused. Also, adopt the Z visa and Y visa proposals introduced by Harry Reid in 2007. They would provide legal status to vetted illegal immigrants as long as they paid a fine and back taxes, and 2-year legal status for guest workers. Then there's the environment. We are hastening Earth's demise and subsequently our own, as evidenced by disease spread, rising ocean levels, and mass extinction of species around the world. I'd advocate for training and where needed payments to folks affected by coal job losses so that they can learn a new skill and make ends meet meanwhile. Also, adopt the Carbon Leadership Council's $40 per ton tax. And invest more in high-speed public transportation and further incentivize electric cars. On insurance, health insurance is what everyone's been talking about, but the broad spectrum of insurance needs to be tackled. The current setup perpetuates an imprisoning cycle of crime and poverty. For example, car insurance companies regularly charge more if customers live in a high-risk neighborhood, code for poor neighborhoods, where residents statistically are going to be victims of property crime at some point. Being victims of crime and living in high-risk neighborhoods make car insurance unaffordable to lower-income but safe drivers. So they're forced to drive without insurance and dig deeper into trouble because now they're compelled to break the law and take real risks. I'd propose that we, 1, make it illegal to discriminate against someone based on where they live or hike rates for losses where someone's not at fault. And 2, for health insurance, allow people to deduct all healthcare expenses from their taxes if they make less than $60,000 a year. The current allowance for healthcare deductions isn't practical and essentially asks people to go broke or in many cases die. My platform on other issues facing Marylanders in District 8 are available on my website, summerforcongress.com. Thanks for listening.